Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed impossible to overcome? Perhaps you've been working towards a goal, only to encounter setback after setback. It's easy to feel discouraged and think about giving up, but what if I told you that perseverance is the key to transforming these challenges into stepping stones for success? Imagine trying to climb a mountain. Each step is difficult, the path is steep, and the summit seems far off. Yet, with every step you take, you get closer to your goal. This is the essence of never giving up, a concept deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy. So, how do you keep going when the going gets tough? What does Buddhism say about facing adversity and continuing despite obstacles? In this video, we'll explore how the teachings of Buddhism can help you stay resilient and persistent, no matter what life throws your way. Welcome to Wisdom Woven. If you're ready to learn how to overcome obstacles and build unshakable perseverance, you're in the right place. We're here to provide you with insights that can truly transform your life. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more content and share wisdom with the world. In this first part, we'll delve into the core idea of never giving up and why it is crucial for personal growth. Buddhism teaches that life is full of challenges, but it is through facing these challenges head-on that we develop true strength and character. The key is to understand that obstacles are not just roadblocks but opportunities for growth and learning. By practicing patience and resilience, we can turn adversity into a catalyst for personal transformation. The Buddha's life is a powerful example of this principle. He faced numerous trials and tribulations, yet his unwavering determination led to enlightenment. This story serves as a reminder that perseverance, even in the face of great difficulty, can lead to profound personal achievements. Understanding the Buddhist perspective on resilience can offer us practical strategies for dealing with our own struggles. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of maintaining a steady mind and heart, even when the world around us seems to be falling apart. It teaches us that through mindfulness and self-discipline, we can cultivate the inner strength needed to keep moving forward. Throughout this video, we will explore various techniques and insights from Buddhism that can help you build and maintain perseverance. We'll discuss how to harness the power of mindfulness, develop inner strength through meditation, and turn challenges into opportunities for growth. So, stay tuned as we embark on this journey together. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools and inspirational wisdom to help you navigate through tough times and never give up, no matter what. Remember, the path to perseverance is not a straight line, but a winding road full of twists and turns. Embrace the journey, learn from each experience, and keep moving forward with determination and hope. Understanding resilience, the Buddhist perspective. Imagine you're walking through a dense forest. The path is not clear, and there are obstacles in your way. You might stumble over roots or find yourself in a dead end, but you keep moving forward, knowing that each step takes you closer to your destination. This journey through the forest is much like the journey of life, where resilience is your guiding light. In Buddhism, resilience is more than just a personal trait, it's a way of life. It means having the strength to face difficulties with a calm and steady mind. The Buddha's teachings offer profound insights into how we can develop this resilience and apply it to our lives. The concept of resilience in Buddhism is closely tied to the idea of dukkha, which means suffering or dissatisfaction. The Buddha taught that life is inherently filled with challenges and suffering. However, he also taught that by understanding and accepting this truth, we can cultivate resilience and find peace despite the hardships. One of the key teachings is that suffering is not something to be avoided, but something to be understood and managed. When we encounter difficulties, there are opportunities for growth. By facing these challenges with an open heart and mind, we can develop the strength and wisdom needed to overcome them. Resilience in Buddhism also involves mindfulness, which means being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. When we practice mindfulness, we become more aware of how we react to challenges. Instead of reacting with frustration or despair, we learn to respond with patience and clarity. This shift in perspective helps us to deal with difficulties more effectively and maintain our inner peace. Another important aspect of resilience is detachment. Buddhism teaches us that clinging to our desires and expectations can lead to suffering. By letting go of these attachments, we can remain more adaptable and less affected by the ups and downs of life. This doesn't mean we stop caring or striving for our goals. Rather, it means we approach our goals with a sense of equanimity and acceptance of whatever outcomes may arise. A practical way to develop resilience is through meditation. Meditation helps us to calm our minds and gain insight into our true nature. By regularly practicing meditation, we can build inner strength and develop a more resilient mindset. Meditation teaches us to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. This practice helps us to respond to challenges with greater wisdom and less emotional reactivity. Consider the story of the Buddha himself. He faced numerous trials on his path to enlightenment, including extreme ascetic practices and intense meditation. Despite these hardships, he remained steadfast in his pursuit of wisdom and compassion. His resilience was not about avoiding difficulties, but about embracing them as part of his journey. Through his example, we learn that resilience is about maintaining a steady mind and heart even in the face of adversity. In addition to personal practices, Buddhism encourages us to seek support from a community. The Sangha, or Buddhist community, provides a network of support and encouragement. Being part of a community that shares similar values and goals can strengthen our resilience and help us stay motivated when faced with challenges. Resilience is also about setting realistic expectations and being kind to ourselves. It's important to recognize that setbacks and failures are part of the journey. By treating ourselves with compassion and understanding, we can bounce back more quickly and continue moving forward. Ultimately, the Buddhist perspective on resilience teaches us that true strength comes from within. It's about cultivating a mind that is steady and unwavering, regardless of external circumstances. By integrating these teachings into our lives, we can develop the resilience needed to face any challenge with grace and confidence. As we continue on this journey of understanding resilience, let us remember that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. By applying the principles of Buddhism to our lives, we can build a resilient mindset that helps us navigate through the forest of life with clarity and purpose. Overcoming obstacles. Lessons from the Buddha's life. Imagine being faced with a mountain that seems too high to climb, a challenge that appears impossible to overcome. This is how many of us feel when we encounter obstacles in our lives. But what if I told you that these obstacles are not roadblocks, but opportunities in disguise? The Buddha's life is a powerful example of how to transform difficulties into stepping stones for personal growth. The Buddha, originally known as Siddhartha Gautama, was born into a life of luxury. Despite having everything he could ever want, he felt a deep sense of dissatisfaction. One day, he ventured out of his palace and encountered the harsh realities of life: old age, illness, and death. These encounters shook him to his core and led him to leave his comfortable life in search of a deeper understanding of existence. Siddhartha faced many trials on his journey. He lived a life of extreme asceticism, practicing severe self-discipline and fasting to the point of near starvation. Yet, despite his efforts, he found that such extreme measures did not bring him the enlightenment he sought. He realized that the path to true understanding lay not in extremes, but in finding balance. This insight led him to a place of meditation under the Bodhi tree, where he faced his final, greatest challenge: the temptation of Mara, the demon of illusion. Mara tried to distract and discourage Siddhartha with fears and doubts. He threw everything he had at Siddhartha: fear, desire, and even armies of demons. But Siddhartha remained steadfast, sitting in meditation and facing these temptations with unwavering resolve. His determination and inner strength helped him overcome Mara's challenges, leading him to attain enlightenment. The Buddha's journey teaches us that obstacles are an integral part of life's path. Instead of viewing them as insurmountable barriers, we can see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Each difficulty we face can teach us valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. Just as the Buddha faced and overcame his challenges, we too can use our obstacles as opportunities to build resilience and wisdom. So, how can we apply these lessons from the Buddha's life to our own challenges? First, it's important to embrace the idea that difficulties are a natural part of life. By accepting this, we can approach problems with a more open and less fearful mindset. Instead of seeing obstacles as punishments, we can view them as chances to develop our inner strength and understanding. Secondly, the Buddha's life teaches us the importance of balance. In our own struggles, we should aim for balance between effort and rest, between discipline and compassion. Extreme measures often lead to burnout and frustration, while a balanced approach helps us remain steady and resilient. Finally, the Buddha's perseverance in meditation and his refusal to give in to Mara's temptations remind us of the power of inner strength. When faced with challenges, we can draw upon our own inner resources, our patience, our mindfulness, and our determination. These qualities can help us remain focused and resolute, even in the face of adversity. In summary, the Buddha's life offers us profound insights into overcoming obstacles. His journey teaches us that challenges are not just problems to be solved, but opportunities for personal growth. By adopting a mindset of acceptance, balance, and inner strength, we can navigate our own obstacles with greater ease and resilience. Remember, every challenge you face is a chance to learn and grow. Embrace it, and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. The role of mindfulness in staying strong. Imagine your mind is like a calm lake. When the water is still, you can see clearly. But when the wind blows and the waves form, everything gets blurry. This is what happens to our minds when we face challenges in life. Emotions like fear, anger, or sadness stir up waves in our minds, making it hard to think clearly and make good decisions. This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is like a gentle breeze that helps the waves settle, allowing us to see the clear water beneath. Mindfulness means being fully present in the moment, aware of where we are and what we are doing. It's about not being overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. Think of it like this. When you eat, do you really taste your food? When you walk, do you notice the feel of the ground beneath your feet? Often, our minds are busy thinking about the past or worrying about the future, and we miss what's happening right now. Mindfulness helps us bring our attention back to the present moment. Staying strong in difficult situations often means keeping our minds clear and focused. When we practice mindfulness, we train our minds to not get caught up in the storm of emotions. Instead, we learn to observe our feelings without getting swept away by them. For example, if we feel angry, instead of reacting immediately, mindfulness helps us take a step back. We notice the anger, we acknowledge it, but we don't let it control us. This simple practice can be incredibly powerful. It gives us the space to choose how to respond, rather than just reacting out of habit. Mindfulness is a key teaching in Buddhism, and it has been practiced for thousands of years. It's like a mental muscle that we can strengthen with practice. Just as we need to exercise our bodies to stay fit, we need to practice mindfulness to keep our minds strong. One simple way to practice mindfulness is through breathing. Take a moment now to focus on your breath. Notice how the air feels as it enters your nose and fills your lungs. Then, notice how it feels as you exhale. This simple act of paying attention to your breath can help calm your mind and bring you back to the present moment. Another way to practice mindfulness is by paying attention to your daily activities. When you wash your hands, feel the water on your skin. When you eat, really taste each bite. When you talk to someone, listen fully without thinking about what you will say next. These small acts of mindfulness help us stay grounded and connected to the present. Life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes it can feel like we are caught in a storm. But mindfulness helps us find the eye of the storm, a place of calm and clarity within ourselves. It doesn't make the problems go away, but it changes how we experience them. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, we find strength in our ability to stay present and calm, even when things are difficult. Mindfulness is not about avoiding our problems. It's about facing them with a clear and calm mind. When we are mindful, we don't let our thoughts and emotions control us. We learn to observe them, to understand them, and then to let them go. This gives us a sense of freedom and peace. We realize that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. One of the great teachings of Buddhism is that suffering is a part of life, but how we deal with that suffering is what makes the difference. Mindfulness gives us the tools to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. It reminds us that we have the inner resources to handle whatever comes our way. By practicing mindfulness, we build resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. In the journey of life, there will be many moments that test our patience and our resolve. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go our way. But mindfulness teaches us to take one step at a time, to stay present, and to focus on what we can do right now. Each small step we take, each moment of mindfulness we practice, brings us closer to a life of greater peace and strength. Think of mindfulness as a tool you can carry with you wherever you go. It's always available, no matter what you're doing or where you are. You don't need anything special to practice mindfulness, just the intention to be present and aware. Over time, as you practice mindfulness, you'll notice a change. You'll feel calmer, more centered, and more in control of your emotions. You'll find that challenges don't seem as overwhelming because you've developed the inner strength to face them. Remember, mindfulness is not about perfection. It's normal for your mind to wander. What's important is to gently bring your attention back to the present again and again. With each breath, with each mindful moment, you are training your mind to be stronger and more resilient. You are building a foundation that will support you through the ups and downs of life. Life will always have its challenges, but with mindfulness, we can learn to face them with courage and clarity. We can stay strong no matter what comes our way. So, keep practicing mindfulness and remember that you have the power within you to stay calm, focused, and strong. Developing inner strength through meditation. Imagine your mind as a calm, clear lake. When the water is still, you can see right to the bottom, and everything is visible and peaceful. But when the wind blows, the surface becomes choppy, and it's hard to see what's beneath. Our thoughts and emotions work in a similar way. When we're calm and centered, we can see our true selves and our goals clearly. But when we're stressed or overwhelmed, it's like the lake being stirred up. We lose sight of what's important and struggle to move forward. Meditation is like a gentle breeze that helps calm the lake, allowing us to regain clarity and inner strength. In Buddhism, meditation is not just a practice but a way of life. It's a tool for developing a strong, resilient mind that can face life's challenges with grace and wisdom. When we sit in meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. This practice helps us understand that thoughts and feelings come and go, much like the ripples on a lake surface. By watching these ripples, we can learn to let them pass without letting them disturb our inner peace. This ability to detach from our thoughts and emotions is crucial for developing inner strength. One simple meditation practice involves focusing on your breath. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale. As you breathe, pay attention to the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice helps to train your mind to stay centered and calm, even in the midst of chaos. Another effective meditation technique is visualization. Imagine yourself in a peaceful, serene place, a beautiful garden, a tranquil beach, or a quiet forest. Picture yourself there, feeling calm and strong. As you immerse yourself in this mental image, allow yourself to experience the peace and strength of this place. This visualization can be a powerful reminder of your inner resilience, especially when you're facing challenges in real life. Meditation also teaches us the importance of patience. Just as a lake doesn't become calm instantly, our minds don't become strong and resilient overnight. It takes time and consistent practice to develop inner strength. Each time you meditate, you're strengthening your ability to stay calm and centered, gradually building a foundation of resilience that will support you through difficult times. In addition to these practices, mindfulness plays a key role in developing inner strength. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without reacting to them. By practicing mindfulness, you become more aware of how you respond to challenges and can choose to act with intention rather than reacting impulsively. In daily life, this means being aware of your reactions to stress and challenges. For example, if you find yourself getting frustrated during a difficult task, take a moment to pause and breathe. Notice the frustration without letting it overwhelm you. By practicing mindfulness, you can approach problems with a clearer, more focused mind, making it easier to find solutions and persevere through difficulties. Developing inner strength through meditation and mindfulness is a journey of self-discovery and growth. It's about learning to be kind to yourself, to understand your own mind and emotions, and to cultivate a sense of calm and resilience. Each time you sit in meditation or practice mindfulness, you're building a stronger, more centered self that can face life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. As you continue on this path, remember that inner strength is not about never feeling challenged or overwhelmed. It's about learning to navigate through those feelings with grace and patience, understanding that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. By integrating meditation and mindfulness into your life, you're equipping yourself with powerful tools to develop the inner strength needed to overcome any obstacle. In summary, meditation and mindfulness are essential practices for developing inner strength. They help calm the mind, build resilience, and foster a sense of peace and clarity. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you're taking important steps towards a more resilient and balanced self, capable of facing life's challenges with confidence and calm. Compassion as a source of courage. In our journey through life's challenges, compassion is like a hidden reservoir of strength. It may seem unusual to think of compassion as a source of courage, but in Buddhist teachings, it is deeply intertwined with our ability to persevere and face difficulties with grace. Imagine you're walking through a dense forest. You're unsure of the path and feel overwhelmed by the darkness around you. But then, you see a small light ahead. It's not just a light, it's a beacon that guides you, making you feel safer and more hopeful. This light is compassion. It shines through the darkness and provides the courage to move forward. Compassion, in Buddhism, is not just about feeling sorry for others. It's about understanding their suffering and wanting to alleviate it. When we cultivate compassion for ourselves and others, we build a reservoir of inner strength that can help us face our own struggles. It's like having a shield that protects us from despair and encourages us to keep going, even when things seem tough. When we practice compassion, we connect with others on a deeper level. We begin to understand that everyone faces challenges and that suffering is a universal experience. This shared understanding creates a sense of unity and support. When we recognize that others are also struggling, we feel less alone in our own difficulties. This connection can be a powerful motivator to keep going and not give up. Consider the story of a Zen monk who, despite facing extreme hardship, continued to help others selflessly. His life was not easy. He faced poverty, illness, and personal loss. Yet, his unwavering compassion for others fueled his courage and determination. He didn't see his suffering as a reason to give up. Instead, he used it as a source of empathy and strength. By helping others, he found a sense of purpose and a renewed resolve to persevere through his own challenges. In Buddhism, compassion is closely linked to the concept of bodhisattva. A bodhisattva is someone who seeks enlightenment not just for themselves but for the benefit of all beings. This selfless attitude is a profound source of courage. It encourages individuals to keep moving forward despite personal hardships because they are driven by a greater purpose, the well-being of others. Compassion also teaches us to be kind to ourselves. Often, when we face difficulties, we are our harshest critics. We berate ourselves for not being strong enough or for not overcoming challenges quickly enough. Compassion helps us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. By being gentle with ourselves, we build the resilience needed to face challenges without feeling overwhelmed by self-criticism. One practical way to cultivate compassion is through mindful practices. By regularly taking a few moments to reflect on the suffering of others and ourselves, we can develop a deeper sense of empathy. This practice helps us to stay connected to our humanity and strengthens our resolve to keep moving forward. Meditation can also enhance our capacity for compassion. During meditation, we can focus on generating feelings of kindness and goodwill towards ourselves and others. This practice not only improves our emotional well-being, but also fosters a sense of inner strength and courage. The more we practice, the more natural it becomes to approach challenges with compassion and resilience. Another aspect of compassion is gratitude. When we practice gratitude, we become more aware of the support and kindness we receive from others. This awareness helps us to stay positive and motivated, even during difficult times. By acknowledging the good in our lives, we build a foundation of hope and strength that sustains us through adversity. In summary, compassion is not just a feeling, but a powerful force that can fuel our courage and perseverance. By developing compassion for ourselves and others, we create a source of strength that helps us face life's challenges with a steady heart. It reminds us that we are not alone and that every difficulty is an opportunity to grow and deepen our connection with others. Embracing compassion allows us to navigate through tough times with grace and determination, making our journey more meaningful and fulfilling. Letting go of fear and embracing courage. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking out over a vast expanse. Your heart races, and your mind is flooded with doubt. This is how fear often feels, an overwhelming barrier that seems impossible to cross. Yet, what if I told you that the path to true courage lies not in eliminating fear, but in learning how to embrace it? In Buddhism, understanding and letting go of fear is a crucial step toward developing genuine courage. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. It's our mind's way of protecting us from potential harm. But sometimes, fear can become a prison, trapping us in a cycle of inaction and self-doubt. Buddhism teaches us that fear, while a part of life, doesn't have to control us. Instead, we can learn to acknowledge our fear without letting it dictate our actions. To start, let's consider the Buddha's journey to enlightenment. He faced many fears: fear of suffering, fear of failure, and fear of the unknown. Yet he didn't let these fears stop him. Instead, he faced them head-on, using mindfulness and meditation to understand and overcome them. This process of facing fear, rather than avoiding it, is a powerful practice in Buddhism. One practical way to manage fear is through mindfulness. When you feel fear arising, take a moment to breathe deeply and observe the sensation. Notice how it feels in your body and mind. By acknowledging your fear without judgment, you create space between yourself and the fear. This space allows you to respond with clarity and intention rather than reacting out of panic. Another powerful tool is meditation. Regular meditation helps calm the mind and reduce anxiety. Through meditation, you can develop a greater sense of inner peace and resilience. As you sit in stillness, you begin to recognize that fear is just a passing thought, not a defining reality. This realization empowers you to act with courage even when fear is present. In addition to mindfulness and meditation, compassion plays a crucial role in overcoming fear. When we approach ourselves with kindness and understanding, we're better equipped to face our fears. Buddhism teaches that compassion for oneself is essential. By being gentle with yourself and recognizing that fear is a natural part of being human, you can navigate your fears with greater ease. It's also helpful to reframe your perspective on fear. Instead of seeing it as a negative force, view it as a teacher. Fear can reveal areas where you need to grow and areas where you might find new strengths. By embracing fear as a part of your journey, you open yourself up to new possibilities and opportunities. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward despite it. Every time you take a step forward, even when you're afraid, you build resilience and strength. This is how courage is cultivated, through consistent practice and by facing challenges head-on. Consider the story of a warrior in ancient times. The warrior wasn't fearless. Instead, he faced his fears every day. His bravery came not from the absence of fear, but from his determination to act in spite of it. Similarly, by confronting your own fears and choosing to move forward, you too can become a warrior of the spirit. As you work on letting go of fear, remember that it's a gradual process. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Each time you face a fear and choose to act with courage, you strengthen your ability to handle future challenges. Embracing courage doesn't mean that fear will disappear, but it does mean that you will learn to coexist with it. Fear becomes less intimidating when you accept it as a part of your journey rather than a barrier to your success. In Buddhism, the concept of non-attachment is also relevant here. By letting go of the need to control every outcome, you reduce the power that fear has over you. Instead of being attached to the fear of failure, focus on the present moment and the actions you can take. This shift in mindset allows you to approach situations with greater confidence and less anxiety. Ultimately, letting go of fear and embracing courage is about finding balance. It's about recognizing fear as a natural part of life, but not allowing it to dominate your actions. By practicing mindfulness, meditation, and compassion, you can navigate your fears with grace and courage, turning them into opportunities for personal growth and transformation. Remember, courage is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take, even when it feels daunting, brings you closer to a life lived with authenticity and bravery. Embrace your fears, act with intention, and watch as you transform challenges into triumphs. Transforming failure into success, the Buddhist way. Imagine you're trying to balance on a tightrope high above the ground. Every step feels uncertain, and one wrong move could send you tumbling down. Yet, with each attempt, you learn a little more about how to maintain your balance. This is similar to how we handle failure in life. Every stumble, every mistake, is a chance to learn and improve. In Buddhism, failure isn't seen as the end, but as an essential part of the journey. The Buddha himself encountered countless obstacles on his path to enlightenment. He faced criticism, doubt, and personal setbacks, but he never let these challenges define him. Instead, he saw them as opportunities to grow and evolve. When you encounter failure, it's important to remember that it's not a reflection of your worth. It's merely a stepping stone on your path to success. Buddhism teaches that we should approach failure with a mindset of acceptance and learning. Rather than seeing it as a failure, view it as a lesson that helps you move forward. One way to transform failure into success is through the practice of mindfulness. By being fully present in the moment, you can observe your reactions to failure without getting overwhelmed by emotions. Mindfulness allows you to acknowledge your mistakes and learn from them without letting them hinder your progress. For instance, consider a student who fails an important exam. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment, the student can use mindfulness to reflect on what went wrong and how to improve. This reflection isn't about self-criticism, but about understanding and growth. By applying the lessons learned from the failure, the student can prepare better for future challenges. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is to develop a growth mindset. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence teaches us that everything is constantly changing. This includes our abilities and situations. Just because you face a setback today doesn't mean you won't succeed tomorrow. Embrace the idea that you have the power to grow and change with each experience. Practicing self-compassion is also crucial. When you face failure, it's easy to be harsh on yourself. Buddhism encourages us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. Acknowledge your efforts, forgive yourself for mistakes, and use the experience as a motivation to keep going. Remember the story of the bamboo tree. It takes years of nurturing before it breaks through the soil. During this time, It's not visible above ground, but below the surface, it's growing strong roots. Similarly, your efforts and resilience during times of failure are like those roots. They're preparing you for future success, even if you can't see immediate results. Another technique to transform failure into success is to set realistic goals and expectations. Buddhism teaches the value of right effort, which means putting in consistent and mindful effort towards your goals. By setting achievable milestones and celebrating small victories, you can stay motivated and continue progressing, even if you encounter setbacks along the way. It's also helpful to seek guidance and support from others. In Buddhism, the community, or Sangha, plays a crucial role in our growth. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who encourage you and provide constructive feedback can make a significant difference in how you handle failure and pursue success. Lastly, maintain a sense of purpose and vision. Understanding why you are pursuing a particular goal can give you the strength to persevere through difficulties. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of having a clear intention and purpose. When you're clear about your why, you're more likely to stay committed and resilient in the face of challenges. In summary, transforming failure into success is a powerful aspect of Buddhist practice. By approaching failure with mindfulness, a growth mindset, self-compassion, and support, you can turn setbacks into valuable lessons. Embrace the journey, learn from each experience, and remember that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and closer to your goals. Finding hope in difficult times. Insights from Buddhism. When life feels overwhelming and hope seems distant, it can be hard to see a way forward. But in the teachings of Buddhism, we find valuable insights on how to discover hope even in the darkest times. Imagine you are in a dense forest, surrounded by trees so tall that they block out the sun. It's easy to feel lost and discouraged. Yet if you keep walking and searching, you may find a clearing that offers a view of the sky. This is how hope works in our lives. It can be hidden, but it is always there if we are willing to seek it out. Buddhism teaches us that hope is not just a fleeting emotion, but a state of mind we can cultivate through our actions and attitudes. It's about learning to see beyond the immediate difficulties and finding meaning and purpose despite them. By understanding and applying certain Buddhist principles, we can transform our challenges into sources of strength and hope. One key concept in Buddhism is the idea of impermanence or anicca. Everything in life is constantly changing, and this includes our difficulties. Just as the forest can change with the seasons, so too can our situations evolve. Recognizing that our current struggles are not permanent can help us stay hopeful. The Buddha taught that even the most challenging experiences are temporary, and change is always possible. Another important teaching is the concept of dukkha, which means suffering or dissatisfaction. Buddhism acknowledges that suffering is a part of life, but it also provides a path to overcoming it. By accepting that suffering is a universal experience, we can approach our own struggles with compassion and understanding. This acceptance allows us to find hope by focusing on the possibility of relief and growth. Mindfulness is a powerful tool in finding hope during difficult times. By staying present and aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can prevent ourselves from being overwhelmed by negativity. Mindfulness helps us to observe our experiences without judgment, allowing us to see them more clearly. This clarity can reveal new perspectives and solutions, helping us to stay hopeful. Meditation is another practice that supports hope. Through meditation, we can cultivate inner peace and resilience. This practice helps to calm the mind and provides a space where we can connect with our deeper selves. In this space of calm, hope can flourish as we gain insight into our own strength and capabilities. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of community, or sangha. Being part of a supportive community can provide encouragement and a sense of belonging. When we feel isolated, it's easy to lose hope. But by connecting with others who share our values and struggles, we can find strength and inspiration. The support of a community can remind us that we are not alone and that hope is always within reach. In addition to these teachings, it's essential to practice self-compassion. When facing difficulties, we often criticize ourselves and lose sight of our worth. Buddhism teaches us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. By being gentle with ourselves, we can maintain hope and keep moving forward, even when things seem bleak. Another way to foster hope is by setting small, achievable goals. Instead of focusing on the enormity of a problem, breaking it down into smaller steps can make it more manageable. Each small achievement builds confidence and reinforces our hope that things can improve. Buddhism encourages us to take one step at a time and to trust in the process of gradual progress. Embracing a positive mindset is also crucial. Buddhism teaches that our thoughts have the power to shape our reality. By focusing on positive aspects and cultivating gratitude, we can shift our perspective and find hope in the midst of challenges. Gratitude helps us to appreciate what we have and to see the good in our lives, even when times are tough. In summary, finding hope in difficult times is a practice that involves understanding and applying key Buddhist principles. By recognizing the impermanence of our struggles, accepting the nature of suffering, practicing mindfulness and meditation, connecting with a supportive community, showing self-compassion, setting achievable goals, and embracing a positive mindset, we can navigate through life's challenges with renewed hope and resilience. Remember, hope is not a distant dream, but a tangible, accessible state of mind that we can cultivate through our actions and attitudes. Even in the darkest times, hope is a light that can guide us forward, building unshakable faith and self-belief. Have you ever felt like your faith in yourself is wavering, especially when faced with challenges or doubts? Building unshakable faith and self-belief is like planting a tree. At first, it needs careful nurturing and attention. But with time, patience, and consistent effort, it grows strong and resilient. In Buddhism, this concept is not just about believing in oneself, but also about understanding our true nature and our capacity to overcome obstacles. Let's break this down in a simple way. Imagine you are a potter shaping clay. At the beginning, the clay is soft and malleable. As you work with it, you mold it into a beautiful pot. Similarly, faith and self-belief are developed and shaped through our experiences and actions. Just like the potter's clay, we too can be molded and strengthened through our efforts and understanding. Buddhism teaches us that our true nature is inherently pure and capable. The doubts and fears we face are often just illusions or distortions of our mind. By understanding our true nature, we can build a foundation of self-belief that remains strong regardless of external circumstances. The Buddha often spoke about the importance of self-awareness and self-understanding in achieving inner strength and confidence. To build unshakable faith, we must first understand that it is a journey, not a destination. Faith is not something we either have or don't have. It's something we cultivate over time. Here's a simple practice. Each day, set aside a few moments to reflect on your achievements, however small they might seem. Recognize your strengths and acknowledge your progress. This practice helps build a positive mindset and reinforces your belief in yourself. Another essential aspect of building self-belief is practicing self-compassion. Often, we are our harshest critics, focusing on our failures and shortcomings. Buddhism encourages us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend. When we learn to be compassionate towards ourselves, we build a more resilient and confident mindset. Meditation is a powerful tool in this process. Through meditation, we can gain insight into our true nature and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. This practice helps clear the mental clutter and strengthens our sense of self. Regular meditation can help calm the mind, reduce self-doubt, and foster a stronger, more grounded sense of self-belief. Another key practice is setting realistic goals and celebrating small victories along the way. When we achieve even small goals, it reinforces our confidence and motivates us to continue striving towards larger objectives. Buddhism teaches that progress, no matter how small, is a sign of growth and should be celebrated. It's also important to surround ourselves with positive influences. The people we interact with can greatly impact our self-belief. Engaging with supportive and encouraging individuals can uplift us and reinforce our confidence. Conversely, distancing ourselves from negativity and criticism helps maintain our focus and strengthens our resolve. Building unshakable faith and self-belief is an ongoing process. It involves continually nurturing our inner strength and understanding. It's about embracing our journey, learning from our experiences, and remaining steadfast in our commitment to personal growth. Remember, every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your faith and self-belief. Each obstacle you overcome adds to your inner strength and resilience. Embrace these challenges as part of your journey and trust in your ability to navigate through them with confidence. By integrating these practices into your life, you can develop a robust sense of self-belief and faith that remains steadfast even in the face of adversity. Just as a tree grows tall and strong with time, so too will your faith and self-belief, flourishing and enduring through all of life's trials and triumphs. Finding hope in difficult times. Insights from Buddhism. Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes it feels like we're trapped in a storm that never ends. In these moments, finding hope can seem impossible. But Buddhism offers profound insights on how to find light even in the darkest of times. Let's explore how the teachings of Buddhism can help us discover hope and keep our spirits high, no matter how challenging our circumstances may be. Imagine you are in a dense forest and the sun has set. You can't see the path ahead, and it feels like there's no way out. But then you remember that every forest has a way out, even if it's not immediately visible. Buddhism teaches us that just like this forest, every difficult situation has an end. The key is to maintain hope and stay on the path, no matter how obscure it may seem. One of the central teachings of Buddhism is the concept of impermanence. This means that everything in life, including our problems, is temporary. When you're facing a tough time, it's crucial to remember that this too shall pass. The Buddha taught that suffering is a part of life, but it doesn't last forever. By understanding this, we can find solace in the fact that difficult times will eventually give way to better days. In Buddhism, hope is not about wishing for things to get better, but about having the inner strength to keep going. It's about trusting that, regardless of how hard things seem, there's always a way forward. This perspective helps us stay grounded and focused on what we can do right now, rather than being overwhelmed by the enormity of the situation. Meditation is a powerful tool in Buddhism that helps cultivate this sense of hope. Through meditation, we can quiet our minds and reconnect with our inner strength. It allows us to step back from the chaos and gain clarity on how to move forward. When you meditate, you're not just escaping your problems. You're building a foundation of inner peace that can help you face challenges with a calm and hopeful mindset. Another key aspect of finding hope is practicing compassion, both for ourselves and others. Buddhism teaches that by helping others and showing kindness, we create a positive ripple effect in our own lives. Acts of compassion can uplift our spirits and remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. By focusing on the well-being of others, we often find that our own burdens feel lighter. The Buddha also spoke about the importance of right intention and right effort. In difficult times, setting positive intentions and making consistent efforts can help us stay motivated and hopeful. Even small actions like setting a goal or taking a step towards solving a problem can create a sense of progress and encourage us to keep moving forward. Finding hope is also about accepting and embracing our current situation without denial. Buddhism teaches us to face reality with an open heart and mind. This means acknowledging our difficulties while also recognizing that we have the power to change our responses and actions. Acceptance allows us to release resistance and find peace, even amidst challenges. The teachings of Buddhism remind us that hope is not just about waiting for external circumstances to change. It's about cultivating an inner resilience and a positive outlook that empowers us to navigate through tough times. By focusing on the present moment, practicing mindfulness, and maintaining a compassionate attitude, we can find hope and strength regardless of the external situation. As you face your own challenges, remember that hope is a state of mind that you can nurture and develop. By integrating these Buddhist principles into your life, you can build a foundation of hope and resilience that will guide you through even the most difficult times. Embrace the teachings, practice patience, and trust that, no matter how challenging things may seem, there is always a way forward. Finding hope in difficult times is about recognizing that every moment holds the potential for growth and change. With a hopeful heart and a resilient spirit, you can navigate through life's challenges and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Conclusion: embracing a life of resilience and determination. As we reach the end of our journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the wisdom we've explored together. We've learned that never giving up isn't just a motivational phrase. It's a profound way of living, deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings. Embracing this mindset can transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Imagine a bamboo tree. It starts as a tiny shoot, barely visible above the ground. For years, it seems to grow very slowly, barely showing any progress. But beneath the surface, its roots are spreading deep and wide, preparing for a future that will surprise everyone. When the time is right, the bamboo shoots up rapidly, reaching astonishing heights. This is a powerful metaphor for resilience and determination. Like the bamboo, our growth might not always be visible, but every step we take, every challenge we overcome, is building a foundation for our future success. Buddhism teaches us that life is filled with cycles of challenge and triumph. It's through our struggles that we build the strength and wisdom needed to achieve our goals. The Buddha himself faced countless trials, yet his perseverance and determination led him to enlightenment. His journey teaches us that resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them with courage and an open heart. Throughout our exploration, we've discovered practical ways to cultivate this resilience. From mindfulness practices to the power of compassion, these tools are not just abstract concepts but actionable steps we can integrate into our daily lives. Each practice helps us build inner strength, allowing us to face adversity with a calm and focused mind. In moments of doubt or difficulty, remember the stories and teachings we've discussed. Recall the example of the Buddha and the lessons of patience, perseverance, and transformation. Each challenge is an opportunity to deepen our understanding and strengthen our resolve. As you move forward, embrace the idea that setbacks are not failures but chances for growth. Use them as stepping stones to build a more resilient and determined self. With each obstacle you overcome, you become more capable and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Life's journey is not always easy, but it is in the difficult moments that our true character is forged. By staying committed to our path and never giving up, we align ourselves with the timeless wisdom of Buddhism and pave the way for a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of resilience and perseverance. I hope the insights and practices shared in this video inspire you to embrace challenges with a renewed sense of determination and hope. Before we conclude, remember to show your support for Wisdom Woven. Like, comment, and share this video with others who may benefit from these teachings. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wisdom and guidance on living a meaningful life. Your support helps us continue to create valuable content and share these teachings with a wider audience. Embrace the journey with confidence and compassion. Keep moving forward, and let the power of resilience and determination guide you towards your highest potential. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Until next time, may you find strength in every challenge and joy in every step of your path.